What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. Carlos Thomas Jr. could have been a great addition to this year's men's open lineup. I'm pretty sure if he pursued the Olympia qualification after Texas Pro, he would have won his first pro show, but his ambitions were bigger than that. He doesn't want to be just another name on that Olympia stage. He wants to be in the discussion of getting into that first call out, and that is why he shut the season down after getting third place at Texas Pro. So got a glimpse of his physique from today, and he is now in the off-season. And the man looks absolutely huge. He knows that his back needs to come up big time in order for him to be competitive at bigger bodybuilding shows, and that is the top priority during this off-season. If we look back at Texas Pro presentation, he had lots of confidence, he had lots of size as well. But we do not exactly know for how long he dieted for this show. But still, as long as it was, his conditioning wasn't even close to Hunter Labrada or even Andrew Jacked. Maybe it's a matter of muscle maturity, or maybe it's a genetic thing, that he doesn't have that much of a thinner skin to showcase more detail. But the thing is, we have seen him in tremendous condition when he won his pro card. Nevertheless, this is a guy who will surely be on the Olympia stage next year. Next up, we have some updates from Classic Physique. First one is from none other than Terrence Ruffin, checking in with his coach just a few days out of this year's Mr. Olympia. Forget about what he is right now. He looks to be in the condition of his lifetime, and that is what matters the most. I am so glad that Terrence did not think about the weight scale for a second, and the fact that the weight limits have moved up. Because by the time that announcement was made, he was done with his offseason already, and he was in prep. I am sure bringing a bigger version of himself will definitely be on the cards for next year. But for now, this is all about nailing his look on the day of the show. And I sincerely hope that he does that. Those guys who beat him at the Olympia last year, just let them battle with Terrence at his best and see where everyone lands. I guess 2023 is gonna be the year where a lot of these top classic pros will solidify themselves. Personally, I think Terrence is a very complete bodybuilder, very aesthetic, and many people are sleeping on him this year, and I believe that is gonna be a mistake. Next update is from another classic physique competitor, Laszlo Kiraly. There is a lot of anticipation on how he is gonna compare in an Olympia lineup this year in classic physique, because this is gonna be his Olympia debut. Him and his coach seems to be satisfied with the progress that he has been able to make in his legs, which was the main issue with his physique. If I'm not mistaken, him and Wesley Visors, these guys are gonna be the tallest guys in this year's classic physique Olympia lineup. So it is gonna be interesting to see how they place. So talking about Wesley Visors, he placed 8th at the Olympia last year. But the thing is, he got beat by Fabio Jr. in Dubai Pro Show. And although Wesley's aim is to crack top 6 at this year's Mr. Olympia, there are gonna be some big names in this year's Olympia lineup who will fight for the top 10 spot. But Wesley is a phenomenal bodybuilder with some of the best muscularity in classic physique division. It is kinda too bad that he has kind of a blocky waist compared to the other top guys. If only he had bigger set of quads, his X-frame could have been so much more dangerous. So do let me know what you guys think. Can Wesley move up from 8th place in this year's Olympia lineup? Cannot miss out on Breon Ansley, as the former champion promises to bring his best look ever to Classic Physique Olympia this year. For anyone who was doubting that Breon looks to be behind in condition at 3 weeks out of the show, these recent pictures will give you guys a clear idea. And the fact that Breon has never been off in the last 7 years. As dominant as Chris Bumstead is, you cannot make the same claim about him. 2018 wasn't a great year for him. And yes, he was battling a health issue that year, but still that is part of the history. So what's exciting about Breon is the fact that we will be able to witness something very special and very different at this year's Mr. Olympia. Previously, all of us knew that he's gonna have to lose a lot of muscle to make the weight and to come in shredded. But that isn't exactly the case this time. I believe he is gonna be as shredded as he was in the previous years, but with more fullness and more pop to his muscles. So can Breon get back in the top 3 this year? Do let me know what you guys think. James Hollingshead will definitely be missing the Olympia stage this time. It is an honor for any IFBB pro to qualify and compete at the biggest show, at the Super Bowl of bodybuilding. But he made this tough decision of skipping this year's competitive season at the start of the year. In 2024, we are going to see a much bigger and improved version of James after all that hard work that he has been putting in during this off-season. Well, he is less than 20 weeks out of the Arnold Classic 2024. So I wouldn't exactly call this current phase as an off-season, but he looks huge right now. He was above 300 pounds in some of the guest posings that we saw a few weeks ago. And that is really heavy, even for someone who is 6 feet tall. And James surely isn't 6 feet. So I am excited to see what different package him and his coach Milos can bring to the table next year. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.